give unto the king. And Araunah said unto the king, the Lord thy God accept thee. In verse 23, basically what Araunah is saying, I'm going to give you all this stuff. I'm going to give you the threshing floor, the piece of land. I'm going to give you the oxen. I'm going to give you all of this stuff. But watch what David says. Verse 24, and the burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that. Verse 24, and the king said unto Araunah, nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. He's saying, look, you want to give me the oxen? You want to give me the threshing floor? He's saying, I'm going to buy it from you. I know you want to give it to me, but I can't let you give it to me. Watch this. Here's the B clause of verse 24. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which cost me nothing. Watch. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. Isn't that amazing? Araunah was going to give David the piece of land, the threshing floor. He was going to give him the oxen to sacrifice. But David said, He shows us a very powerful key to sacrifice. He says, I'm not going to offer the Lord something that costs me nothing. In other words, he's saying, if God is going to receive this sacrifice, and he's going to stay the hand of the angel that's killing the people, the only kind of sacrifice God will receive is something that costs me. Let me share something with you. When you deal with sacrifice, God never receives a sacrifice that has no cost. If it didn't cost you anything, God is saying, I don't want it. Why is cost so important? Y'all will agree with me. Stuff that you paid for, you value. Stuff that you didn't pay for, you don't value. That's why kids that grow up with a, quote, silver spoon in their mouth, they don't value anything. But folks that have, think about this. Let me pose a scenario to you. Who do you think would value what they have more? Somebody that everything was handed to them on a silver platter, or somebody that had to work and slave for every dime they got? You understand you understand what sacrifice is all about. God is saying the sacrifice that I will receive is something that costs you. Because I know what costs you is dear to you. And if it's dear to you, it's dear to me. In other words, you are placing a greater value on bringing me pleasure and sacrificing your pleasure than to give me something that don't bring you pleasure and you expect it to bring me pleasure. He said what brings me pleasure is something that brought you pleasure that you're willing to give up for me. When God requires a sacrifice, he's always going to want something that you paid for. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about something you really love, like Isaac. Something you really love, like the threshing floor. Something that brings you great pleasure. As we move into the time of sacrifice in January, God's going to require sacrifice. He's saying, don't offer me something that didn't cost you. Something that don't hurt you. Something that you don't love. Don't bring me something that's easy for you. Don't bring me something that you can do, you can give with no problem at all. Well, Pastor, it's January, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come to prayer every Tuesday at 7:30. God said, that's not costing you nothing.